DLP policy, data loss prevention policy. What do you mean by data loss prevention policy? In Dataverse, we are using connectors, right? And connectors are very sensitive. Connectors means the wrapper under web API calls to other services or other uh, other applications, right? So DLP, data loss prevention policy in Power Platform actually used to control how data can move between different connectors. What is connector? I will tell you in details later on. Connectors means a wrapper under web API calls, right? In Power Platform, how we call it Power Platform is no codeless code because of connectors. So connectors actually create, whether it is a SharePoint connector, whether it is a SQL connector or a Salesforce connector. In Power Platform, connectors, Power Platform. This will give you the list of connectors. In Power Platform, we have a list of connectors available that you can use for your development. These are the list of connectors. Now, what this connector helps us to connect external party without writing any single line of code. That is the use of connectors, right? But because of these connectors, there is an important consideration in data loss prevention policy. Why? Because connector moves data from one system to another system, whether it is a Gmail connector, Dropbox, Facebook, Dataverse, SharePoint, any connector you can choose. Your data is moving between multiple sources or different connectors, and DLP policy actually prevents sensitive business data from being shared with inappropriate services. For example, you don't want, as a business, Microsoft Dataverse is a business app, data storage, right? So you should not expose your data to unauthorized users. That's why, to restrict your data to move between multiple connectors and prevent its sensitivity of your data, you configure your data prevention policy, data loss prevention policy in Dataverse, right? That's why the definition. This helps you to control how data is shared between trusted sources or connectors. Because whenever you are connecting Gmail will have access to your data. That's why we implement data loss prevention policy. We categorize our connectors in 3 categories. One is business connectors, which are trusted, that can be used in your business operations. Next, non-business connectors, which are not for business, for external party use cases. For example, you want to send an email to a customer, but you want to use Gmail. You can use Gmail, but you need to define that Gmail is a non-business connector. Blocked. There are many custom API connectors you need to block because unknown APIs, you don't want to allow your developers to use that connectors, right? So being the data loss prevention, the main or heart of preventing your data from unauthorized users, we have 3 categories, 3 connector categories. One is business, which is more trusted. Example, Dataverse, SharePoint, Outlook, all those are trusted connectors because that are business apps. Next, non-business connectors. Non-business connectors are that which should not be combined with business data. It should not combine with business data. These can be used for non-business purpose, for personal use, but cannot combine with business data. Example, for example, if a person wants to send an email, then he can send email using Gmail connector, but it should not be combined with your business data. Blocked connectors cannot be used in your environment because of our policy, because these connectors may expose your business data to external party, which is creating unnecessary troubles. For example, Suppose you create a Power Automate. Okay, Power Automate is actually, it is a enterprise automation engine. So Power Automate is a automation engine. And in this Power Automate, we use connectors. Connectors is the main component of Power Automate. Now, whenever you want to use a connector called as Dataverse and send data to personal Gmail, for example, this is your Dataverse. So here, for example, I have Dataverse here, and I want to move data. This is your Dataverse, and I am sending business data using your personal Gmail. And Power Automate can do that, right? Power Automate can do this transaction because Power Automate is a synchronous or enterprise automation engine which can bring data from one system and push data to other system. So this should be restricted. You should not expose your Dataverse data through unauthorized connectors or non-business connectors. So if you are sending data from Dataverse to your personal Gmail, if your Dataverse is classified as business connector and Gmail is classified as a non-business, the DLP policy can prevent these connectors from being used together. You cannot use this together because Gmail is registered as non-business connector and this is used as business connector. If you decorated or defined this Dataverse as a business connector and Gmail defined as non-business connector, then you cannot combine Gmail with Dataverse for this automation. Why? Because if you will combine, there is a high chance that you may expose Dataverse records or data to your personal Gmail. Got my point? This is called as data prevention policy. So let us configure a data prevention policy or data loss prevention policy in Microsoft Dataverse to restrict data from unauthorized parties or resources, keeping business data secure, compliant, and well governed. So let us go here and configure that. How to configure? Again, go to Power Platform Admin Center, and here under security, you'll find there is a data and privacy. In the data and privacy, you'll find data policy. Here you can click on new policy. Give a policy name. Let's say I want to give HSBC DLP policy and click next. Once you click next, it will show you connectors and the categorization. There are 1,712 connectors available in your system. You see, Microsoft has already given thousands of connectors. By default, all categories, all connectors are treated as a non-business. But you can choose which connector is which category. SharePoint is a business connector. So what you do? You can just click this and switch to business. Now it is moved to business. Next, Office 365 Outlook. This is also a move to business connector. You see? So you have to categorize as an administrator. You have to categorize what is your business connectors, which will expose your business data, which is non-business connectors for non-sensitive data. So connectors in this group cannot share data with connectors with other groups. You cannot use multiple, cross connectors, business and non-business in one automations. Dataverse is also a business connector. Excel Online is a business connector. Office 365 business connector. And I want to block Gmail. So what I'll do? I'll search a connector Gmail and block it. Move to block. Now blocked. What does it mean? It means that blocked connectors can't be used in your automation or in your Power Platform. It is blocked, completely blocked. If it is non-business, you can use it. But if it is blocked, you cannot use it. Next, do we have a Facebook channel? Or you can take any, let's say, what is this connector? I can also mark this as block. So I have two blocked connectors. That means in an environment, in a Power Platform environment where your policy is running, you cannot use these two connectors. Got it? If you mentioned a non-business connectors, you cannot combine non-business connectors with business connectors. You cannot combine. So once it is done, once you categorized, you have to click next to proceed with the next step to define the policy for a specific environment. Which environment you want to run this policy for? Because you might have multiple environments with you, isn't it? If you have also custom connector, you can define that here. Click next. Now here you choose which environment you want to apply this policy for. Sometimes these are called as pre-built connectors that you categorize for. But sometimes we use custom connectors, right? To restrict custom connectors also, you have to mention here. You can have to add a pattern and choose whether you want to choose blocked category or business category or non-business category for your all custom connectors. I want to use blocked category. You have to use the host. Let's say someone is trying to use a external API as a custom connector. A custom connector is nothing but a web API endpoint where we are interacting. Let's say one is called as currency layer. Okay. This currency layer is an API that fetches latest currency exchange rates. Now, if I'll copy this layer, copy this URL and put it in the policy, then any connector, custom connector you created that hit this URL will be restricted. You see it is blocked, right? I'll tell you about custom connector configuration later on, but right now it is blocked. If it is not working, we'll remove this later on. Okay, I blocked right now. Next, choose which environment your policy will be applied for. All environment means I have multiple environments, development environment, UAT environment, production environment, right? Do you want to apply to all environments or just selected environments? If you select add multiple environments, you have to choose which environments you want to apply. Let's say I want to apply for QA and UAT. Other environments, I can use it. I don't want to apply this policy for. Okay. Or if you want to apply to all environments, select all environment and click next. You can also exclude some environments if you want to exclude. Let's say I want to exclude QA environment from this policy. Others applied. Then you can choose this option. Let me use all environment and click next. Now here you have to click on create policy that will help you to enforce the DLP policy in your all environments. Right? If you want to delete policy, you can delete policy, edit policy again. But how it restricts? Let me show you quickly how it is done. Let me go to here and create a Power Automate quickly for you. I'm just showing you how this DLP policy enforce. I'll create a new Power Automate flow just to send some data from Dataverse to Gmail and see if it is working fine or not. I'll click a automated flow, send contact data to Gmail. I'll choose a trigger Dataverse when a record is added. When a contact record is added, I'll choose a change type. Sometimes it is not adding, so you remove it and recreate it. Just showing you how data prevention works. Dataverse, when a row is added, which row is added? Contact. Now, when contact is added, I want to send Gmail. So connect Gmail. As soon as you click Gmail connector to send an email and click on accept, you see it is throwing an error previously. Let me just delete it. Unauthorized. Send an email. You see guys what it is telling? The request content does not exist, right? Because it is added as a blocked connector. It is not allowing to sign in, you see? Why? Because using Gmail with Dataverse is restricted. This way you can stop users exposing your data or developers exposing your data to unauthorized connectors. Understood about data prevention policy?
Thank you for watching. To get more technical videos on Azure, Power Platform, and Dynamics 365, please like, share, and subscribe.